dear pupils. It's nice to have you join in for today's lesson. Welcome to our grammar session for today. We have been looking at words and the functions they have in sentences for quite a while, so that we would understand how to construct better sentences and overall have a better understanding of language. Today, we are going to be looking at prepositions. What it is, the function of prepositions, identifying and using prepositions correctly. Now, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word that shows a relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other word, usually a noun, in the sentence. Now, look at these pictures and let's figure it out a little more. Now, in these pictures, you will see we will be referring to a bird. The bird is a toucan. Let's look at the first picture. What can you say about this? First, can you name the two nouns in that picture? Yes, the bird and the tree. What can you say about them? The bird is in the tree. Let's look at the second picture. What can you say about this one? Where is the bird? The bird is on the tree. The next one, you can see the bird under the tree. And in our next picture, the bird is over the tree. Now, the next set of pictures, you will see more than one bird. In the first picture, what can you say about these two birds? We can say they are near each other. Then, if you look at the third picture, if you look carefully, you will see there are arrows pointing upwards. So where is the bird flying? He's flying up in the sky. And the fourth picture, what can we say about that one? The arrows are pointing downwards, so we can say the bird is flying down. Now, a preposition answers the questions of where or when. It tells us the location or relationship between two objects. And like we were identifying just now, when we looked at the pictures, for each of them we could say something about where the bird was. So here we are dealing with the where questions. Where was the bird, or where is the bird? The bird is in the tree. The bird is on the tree. The bird is under the tree. Or the bird is over the tree. Now, as I said, prepositions give information about the spatial location or position of a noun. Now, I want you to do this activity for me. If you have your book or your pencil next to you, if you are sitting in front of a desk, a table, or even if you have a chair next to you, I want you to move that book or pencil around the chair or the table. Now, what are the two nouns we're dealing with there? For some of you, you're dealing with your book and your desk, or your book and the chair. Some of you are dealing probably with a pencil and your desk or something. Now, where exactly is the book at the moment? The word that shows the relationship between the desk and the notebook there would be either it's on the table, either it's under the table, it could be in the chair or on the chair. So, some of the words that may show the location of the book or the pencil as you were doing what I was telling you could be under. It could be if you had a drawer, you could have put the book inside of a drawer. You could have put the book or the pencil behind the chair. You could have put it also alongside of the chair. Those are just some other words that can tell you of the position. Now, remember, the words that describe where your notebook was are the preposition. Now, prepositions also describe location in time. Now, I want you to think about the lessons you have on the Guide and Learning channel. You're given a guide and the lessons are shown at different times. Now, I want you to think about the language booster in relation to the maths booster session. Now, when is the language booster? Is it before the maths booster session or is it after the maths booster session? Those words would indicate location in time. So we can say that the language booster session is either before or after the maths booster session. Now I have a list of commonly used prepositions, and you will realize that from one of our lessons that we did before on sight words, that these are some of the very words. It means that they are words that we use quite often in our speech, and we use them quite often in our writing. So they shouldn't be that strange to you. You know them, but what exactly is their function, you will better understand today. You will also understand that these words are considered or classified as prepositions. So the next time you see any of these words on this list, you'll know that's a preposition. You read the sentence and you look to see whether it's telling you about relationship between two nouns or a pronoun and a noun, and you know that they are prepositions. Now let's go through the list. About, above, across, after, against, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beside, between, beyond, but, by, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, on, onto, out, outside, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, towards, under, until, upon, with, within, without. Now, were any of those words strange to you? I am sure that you are familiar with all of those words, and I'm sure that you use them quite regularly. So, let's look at the word above. Remember, when we looked at the picture with the tree and the bird was above the tree. Okay? So, let's look at beside. If you are sitting next to someone, you can say John or my sister or even your mom or your dad is beside you. So, the word beside tells of location. What about the word during? Can you use the word during to make a sentence? Yes, we can use the word during, and that will show location in time. So, when did the boy leave the class? He left the class during the lesson. Not the right thing to do, but it's just a sentence. He left the class during the lesson. So it tells you location in time. Now here I have a sentence. Let's read the sentence and see if we could identify the nouns and then look for the word that shows the relationship between those two nouns or pronouns. The girl is on the boat. The girl is on the boat. Now, what are the two nouns in that sentence? Yes, we have girl and we have boat. Remember I said preposition answers two main questions. Where and when. So we have spatial location and we have location in time. So, where is the girl? The girl is on the boat. So the preposition in this sentence is on. Look at the next example. The gecko climbed up the wall. The gecko climbed up the wall. Where did the gecko climb? He climbed up the wall. So he climbed up, which also shows the spatial location. So we know that up is the preposition. Now here I have a few sentences. I'll give you a few seconds as I read each of them and you will identify the preposition. Remember, we went through a list of prepositions, so you should be able to identify them as we go through. Sentence 1. The paper is floating through the air. Just write the preposition from the sentence. The paper is floating through the air. Number 2. With great ease, Michael jumped over the pole. With great ease, Michael jumped over the pole. Number 3. The guitar was lying next to the door. The guitar was lying next to the door. Number 4. The boy left the house after his mother went to work. The boy left the house after his mother went to work. The lost ball was found between the bushes. The lost ball was found between the bushes. Number 6. The boy stood beside his mother in the line. The boy stood beside his mother in the line. Number 7. The woman cried during the service. The woman cried during the service. Take a few seconds and in each sentence, just write the word or words that you identify as the preposition. See how well you did on that. In number 1, where was the paper floating? Through the air. So the preposition there is through. Number 2, where did Michael jump? He jumped over the pole. So the preposition is over. Where was the guitar? Lying next to the door. So our preposition there is next. When did the boy leave? He left after his mother went to work. So the preposition there is after. Where was the ball found? The ball was found between the bushes. Where did the boy stand? The boy stood beside his mother. But I want you to look at this also. And where were they? They were in the line. So in this sentence, we have two prepositions, beside and in. When did the woman cry? She cried during the service. It means as the service was going on, she was crying. So the preposition there is during. Now, did you get them all correct? Remember, there is a list of prepositions that you could take the time and go through and learn them. And you practice using them or identifying them in sentences and in stories that you will read. So, here is a list again of commonly used prepositions. Just take a few seconds and go through the list. Now, I'm going to give you three prepositions that I would like you to take and make your own sentences. Do you think you can do that? Here are the prepositions: beneath, until, without. Beneath, until, without. Take those three prepositions and make a sentence with each of them. Now, let me share the sentences that I constructed for you with the same prepositions that I give to you. The first preposition, beneath. We had a picnic beneath the large oak tree. We had a picnic beneath the large oak tree. Until. I will not leave until the show is over. I will not leave until the show is over. Without. My mother drinks her tea without sugar. My mother drinks her tea without sugar. Now, whatever sentences you came up with, I want you to ensure that you share them with someone around you. Read the sentences for them and tell them what the preposition is and why that word is a preposition. Remember, you will identify it and then explain why the word is identified as a preposition for whoever you're reading the sentence to. Well, boys and girls, that's all for our lesson today on prepositions. I hope that you understand what prepositions are, some of the most commonly used prepositions, and those that are not used so very often, how they're used in sentences, and how important they are in your speech. Let's review what we learned today. We learned that a preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and some other word, which is usually a noun, in the sentence. We also learned that prepositions answer two main questions: where and when. Remember to continue to follow us on the Guyana Learning channel on YouTube, Facebook, and the listed television stations for booster lessons for all the subjects as you prepare for your upcoming examination. Satya Nani said, "A little progress each day adds up to big results." A little progress each day adds up to big results. Continue to be safe. This is goodbye from me, Miss Shamsuddin, for now.